Hi, it's Mackenzie. This week we're talking about times that we've like injuries or things like that. I'm on my school's equestrian team, so I ride horses, if you don't know what equestrian means. They gave me this horse named Tux. I heard people say bad things about this horse before, that they didn't like him, they just be like, ugh, Tux. There was one girl in my group that kind of overreacts. Every single lesson we have, it seems like she said that the horse tried to kick her. I've never had a horse try to kick me before, so I doubt every single time a horse tried to kick her, but I think she's paranoid that the horse will kick her. She's a nice girl, I love her to death, but she just gets really weird with attacking. She had rode him the first lesson that we had, and he stepped on her foot, and she had problems with him. Yeah, I just thought, oh, she just doesn't know how to stand correctly next to a horse, because she was kind of standing in a weird spot where it was easy for the horse to step on her. When I saw that I had to ride him, I wasn't scared at all. I was like, okay, I've heard so many bad things about him, but I don't believe any of it. When I first got on him, they took me in the outdoor ring. I think my coach was about to adjust my stirrups. Tux just tries to lay down. Horses don't typically lay down even when they sleep. So it was just very weird that I was on his back and he was trying to lay down. That happened a couple times. So they got him a thicker pad for his saddle, that goes underneath, so it has more padding. But he still tried to do that a couple times after they did that. We're riding, my coach has me trot, and he starts taking off. I don't know, I just knew I was gonna fall off. So I picked a nice spot to fall off, because I could see there was nothing near me. If I fell off there, I wouldn't get hurt. So I kind of just threw myself off, and it was fine. I was a little dusty, but it was okay. I was I'm gonna, and I landed, and I was full. I was on the ground, I got up, I got right back on. My coach had me walk around instead of trotting a little bit, and she's when you're ready, start trotting. The next thing I remember is I'm on the ground, on my back, with my coach in front of me. Everything that I'm about to tell you is just things that people have told me. People that were there that saw what happened. I don't actually know exactly what happened, but apparently I was trotting on him. He started galloping, which is the fastest thing that a horse can do. But I don't think I threw myself off that time, because if I did, I would have picked a better spot. Because apparently I fell off and I landed on a jump. I don't really know why my knees were all scraped up, but then I was on my back. I must have landed on my face maybe when I landed on the jump and rolled. I'm not really sure. My pants had holes in both knees. They were both bloody, filled with dirt. I had dirt all in my underwear. My hair had dirt all in it. The back of my helmet was all dirty. When you first injure yourself, you have all this adrenaline, so you don't notice how bad it actually hurts. I was in pain enough to not get back on the horse. My coach said, we need to put a coat on you. I don't know why. So she had someone else's coat, because I think it was warm, so I didn't even have a coat. This one lady that works there drove me to the infirmary at my school. Once I got there, they kept asking me if I wanted to go to the hospital. I was like, no, because I've never been to the hospital before. I didn't want to. I was scared. I didn't want to go to the hospital. Plus, I didn't think that I needed to. I knew nothing was broken. She cleaned up my cut. I felt bad because she had me take off my pants because they're tight. And dirt just was all over the floor of the room. She put some stuff that made it sting on there. She cleaned it up and gave me this big Band-Aid. She had public safety drive me back to my dorm building so I didn't have to walk. And I went up to my room and cried. I just felt defeated, I felt now that I was a less good rider than everyone else because I was the only one who fell in my lesson group. I felt embarrassed. I also was in pain. My pants were ruined. The next day, I woke up and I couldn't move. I could not get out of bed. And I had an 8 o'clock class that day, and I had never missed a class before. I had these 2 giant bruises about this big, here's my face, this big on my ass. But the nurse had told me that I had to go back to get my Band-Aid changed. Also, so she can clean again, change my Band-Aid, and just check up on me. I was gonna wait till later, but I didn't. I decided I wasn't gonna go to any of my classes, so I emailed all my teachers saying, sorry, I injured myself. I won't be able to make it today. I just wish I had a cane or something, because it's just painful to walk, especially on stairs. You don't realize, but your ass is a big part of walking, because they're actually your ass is part of your legs. I go to the nurse, explained to her how much pain I was, and I didn't go to class, and she's like, you're going to the hospital. And I was so scared. I was like, I don't want to. And she's like, no, you have to go to the hospital. We have to make sure you're okay. Some students, they're probably medical students from my school, came in and they put a fucking neck brace on me. and they attached me to a stretcher that I've never been on before, and that was scary. They fucking strap you down to a board, and you're like stiff, and then they like lower you like this, like one of those trustful things. They're carrying me, and they put me in the ambulance, and I always thought that ambulance rides were supposed to be nice and smooth for the person in the back. Nope. I'm like sliding all over in the stretcher, like every time it hits a bump, it's like moving around. She kept putting this thing on my finger, doing my blood pressure, and I'm really weird about needles. I kept asking every single like person like that was medical that talked to me. I kept saying, "You're not gonna give me any needles, are you?" Like I was so worried about that. She took my blood pressure like a million times, and she like asked me all these questions. And that was annoying too, hearing the siren the whole time. Like I always think those sirens are so annoying, but being in an ambulance you have to hear the siren the whole time. I was like, I could never be an ambulance driver. We get to the hospital finally. I can't see where I am because I can't move my neck because I have a neck brace. I'm strapped to a stretcher and they're just like taking me somewhere and I have no idea where I'm going. So yeah, they put me in one of those little curtained areas. They're just like asking me all these questions. It was weird. They put one of those hospital bracelets on me, right? They had my name, my birthday. They would always ask me my name and my birthday, and then they would check the bracelet.
Yeah, she said her name is Mackenzie. Let's make sure that she really is Mackenzie. I'm not, like, this is weird. They make sure I'm not delusional and think like, oh, my name is like Stacy.
It's like this like hospital that there's a lot of like medical students there. There's like 10 doctors around me looking at my butt because I had those like giant bruises and they wanted to see them. They took my blood pressure like so many times. They're gonna do x-rays and CAT scans. Brought me back and there's like a TV and they gave me the remote because you have to wait like at least an hour to get the results of the x-ray. But the thing is like a lot of times they would like take me to get another x-ray or a CAT scan or something, and then they would like bring me back and forget to give me the remote, and the TV would be on like Fox News or something like that I had no interest in. I kept having to wait for some kind of person that looked medically official to be like, excuse me, can you give me the channel changer? Because I kept forgetting. And also the remote is how you hear the TV. So like the sound comes out, so like I would be watching the TV with no sound. My phone was dying the whole time. I had tweeted that I was in the hospital, so like all these people were texting me, like asking what's up. I was there for like 6 hours. They never told me actually what was wrong with me. My ligaments in my neck weren't torn. I had no broken bones. I guess I was just really badly bruised. But they gave me a cane, which is funny because earlier I'd been joking they wanted a cane and they gave me one. They had like a fucking taxi come that was gonna take me back to my school. They said it would come at a certain time, so I'm like waiting and I'm expecting something that at least looks like a cat, like with the fucking thing on the top. I'm like waiting like half an hour, like they're still not here, and I'm like, what the fuck, I want to leave. So I like walk outside with my cane, and there's this guy that comes out of this black car, and he starts like talking to me. He's like, I'm your taxi, but it just looked like a regular car because it was just like a black car. So I was like, this sounds just like a serial killer kind of thing where they pretend that they're your taxi and then they go and like fucking murder or rape you or something. I don't know. I like was asking this guy all these questions. Finally, like I saw on the window there's a tiny little sticker that said like airport transportation, and like so finally I like got in and I like apologized because he had been waiting for a while. And I had been waiting for him, but I didn't realize he was there because he didn't look like a fucking taxi. If you've made it to the end, thank you for watching. Make sure you watch everybody else's. Don't forget to subscribe and like us or like this video and everyone else's and comment and stuff because like we really want to get more views. Besos. Bye.